So employees are alleging that a Trump International hotel was was employing discriminatory practices in to its employees. Now, you would think that this would be very far-fetched, but actually, a lot of the things that Trump has done in the past, especially if you recall, with his hotels back in, I believe it was the 60s, he would make it so that they wouldn't rent out rooms to black people. If a black person came, they would either say that they were filled or, there was no vacancies and different stuff like that. And there are quite a few different cases of this. And I'm not actually going to be surprised what this court case is going to say. But let's read into it. So Ross Story says, current and former employees of a restaurant in Trump International Hotel have filed a racial discrimination lawsuit in D.C. Superior Court. The Washington Post reports 2 former employees and 1 current employee of BLT Prime allege that the Trump Organization and hotel managing director Mickael Damelincourt, what a weird name, Damelincourt, saw to it that restaurant routinely steered black employees to less lucrative shifts and subjected them to discriminatory behavior by other staff and by guests. The luxury hotel is located in the old post office and clock tower, which the federal government's General Services Administration leased to Trump for 60 years. Quote, they started hiring all these people, and instead of putting them on day shifts, they was giving them the night shifts and keeping us on day shift. Next thing I know, within the month, all the black people were on the day shift. Trump Organization spokesperson Amanda Miller denied any culpability for racial discrimination at Trump Hotel, claiming the plaintiffs work for a third-party restaurant company that is solely responsible for the direction, supervision, and management of its own employees. So they're not even denying that this occurred. They're just saying, yo, fuck it, I'm not even going to take culpability for this. They're not even saying, like, yo, this didn't happen. They're saying that, hey, we're not managing this. We have nothing to do with this. This is because it was a restaurant inside of a hotel. So they're saying it falls on the store or the restaurant in the hotel who manages its own employees, not us. So they're not even denying that this happened. They say, Smith Jr. claims he was subjected to racial statements and that management turned a blind eye to the misconduct. Quote, he used to say, this is white America time. You need to get used to it, and if you don't get used to it, you should work somewhere else. I would go to work crying and ask God, why are you doing this? We were so comfortable and gave up everything to go to this place and then to be treated like this, Smith Jr. explained. So we have an alleged case of racial discrimination here. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be true. A lot of, like I said, Trump has a lot of a history of doing these kind of things. Now, it is a separate store, but we're going to see what exactly happens. But like all the stuff that was happening at Fox News or Bill O'Reilly, I forget who it was, but it was just a black employee calling her hot chocolate and stuff like that. This stuff isn't as rare as you guys would think, to be honest. It really isn't. Support independent progressive media by leaving a subscription down below, leave a like and share the video, help us out on Patreon, or you can donate in other ways. Links are in the description down below. We are fighting Trump tooth and nail, and we will continue to do so with your help.